Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 quiz show bloopers.
Very sorry, but you're going back to Copenhagen with barely enough to afford the airfare.
OK, well, pretend I'm a boy who's misbehaving.
But in best show business tradition, the show must go on. So welcome to Crutch Phrase.
Quiz show scripts, by their very definition, are little more than questions. So the possibility that someone can say the wrong thing is obvious. Sometimes, though, these wonderful moments of unplanned schadenfreude are so off base that all anyone can do is laugh. Agree or disagree with our picks? It's a 50-50 chance either way, so sound off in the comments section. Number 10, my grandma's going to watch this. Family Fortunes.
Name something you put in your mouth, but you don't swallow.
Family Fortunes is the British version of popular and long-running US game show Family Feud. For the uninitiated, members of two family teams have to guess the most frequently given responses of statements put to 100 people in a survey. The format is simple, but has led to multiple moments of Freudian slips over the years. During a recent revival on ITV, new host Gino D'Acampo, himself no stranger to saying the wrong thing, learned this the hard way. When asked to name something you put in your mouth but don't swallow, a question begging to be exploited, one contestant said, well, let's just say Richard. Terrible, really. She could have gone with Johnson, meat and two veg, Percy. She'd still be wrong, but uncensored at least.
My grandma's gonna watch this.
Number 9, our survey said, nada. Family Fortunes. Keeping with Family Fortunes, our next entry is a little more family friendly, although we can't guarantee how friendly this contestant's family would be after his answers.
A slang word for a child. You said a kid. Our survey said 53,175.
For the 1994 season, the Les Dennis-fronted game show added a stipulation that if the two family members guessed all of the top answers in the final round, they could drive away in a luxury car. With matriarch Heather having found 3 top answers, all that Father Chris needed to do was find 2 more.
An animal in a nursery rhyme.
Andy Pandy.
After failing to do that, the car was gone. But when he produced nothing but 0 answers, he managed to scupper the family's chances of winning big and undid his wife's impressive work.
Prime Minister.
Another.
President.
A vegetable you chop up.
A carrot.
Another.
A leek.
Andy Pandy is an animal? We wonder if the family still talk.
And was worth 49. I mean,
I'm gonna be dead.
What else would...
Number 8, out of the frying pan. Countdown. Countdown is a continually popular staple of British television since debuting in 1982. Its format hasn't changed much in the 40 years that it's been on the air. As 2 contestants face off, adjudicators include a mathematician in Rachel Riley and lexicographer Susie Dent. The latter will have a few minutes in each show to talk about the meanings of particular words.
And Zate, areola?
Yeah.
But in a moment that seemed straight out of Sister Show, well, maybe Cousin at least, 8 out of 10 cats does Countdown, this segment was amusingly referred to as Susie's special spot.
Now then, Susie, it is your time. Every day you have a special spot.
Host Nick Hewer wasn't aware of the innuendo, which was surprising given that the previous round-winning word was areola, which Dent nearly had to define. Incidentally, embarrass is a 9-letter word.
We're genuinely not like this normally.
Number 7, I picked the worst day to quit drinking. The Chase. The Chase producers knew what they were letting themselves in for when they hired cheeky chappy Bradley Walsh to front their ITV daytime quiz show. So much so that they have released many outtakes of the moments of uncontrolled laughter in response to amusing responses to questionably written questions.
If you want to go back to Vegas, you better be...
However, it's resident barrister and highly intelligent chaser Sean Dark Destroyer Wallace that cannot keep it together on this occasion.
If you want to be...
Normally known for his straight-laced and no-nonsense demeanour, the quizmaster continually fluffs his line and cannot keep it together. It isn't long before Walsh follows in with the giggles, but not before sticking in a few jibes at Wallace's expense.
If you want to be a chaser, you better be answering questions you aren't speaking.
Oh dear.
Number 6, the audience loses £93,000. Who wants to be a millionaire?
You've got £93,000 at stake.
Yeah, so it deserves a bit of thought.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire has certainly given us quite a few moments of fail over the years, enough that we have already covered many in another video. This particular one falls into the blooper category, however, as it's the audience that lets the contestant down and not the other way around. Worse still, on the very rare occasion that an audience is wrong, they certainly aren't responsible for the loss of so much money. Except this time.
That is a significant chunk there for Tina Taylor.
Not knowing the difference between Bram Stoker's and John le Carré's writing seemed to be a running theme, as the studio audience overwhelmingly voted for the wrong option. Still, at least Ollie Blake went home with a decent prize.
It's the wrong answer.
Number 5, Grow Up, Bradley. The Chase.
Anne's hanging on for grim death up there.
Making his second appearance in this list is resident The Chase host and all-round giggle fest, Bradley Walsh. This time, the blooper comes not in the form of fluffed lines, but Walsh's inability to say his questions exactly without thinking. This might seem like a bit of a contradiction, but the host's subjective delivery of the subject matter helps to keep contestants guessing.
Plinth in Trafalgar Square in 2030? It's what colour?
Of course, in Walsh's case, it's all the more reason to tune in, as this particular blooper of his corpsing over asking about the colour of a giant cock in Trafalgar Square proves.
You've put white. OK. Have you seen it?
The decision by the producers to leave most of the outtakes, well, in, is an extremely clever one, with a host this amused and amusing.
Hopefully.
A bit colder than you thought. Sorry, Brad.
Number 4, 88 days in a year? Tipping point.
Which planet takes 88 days to travel around the sun?
It's commonly known that the Earth's revolution around the sun takes 365 days. It's why we have one birthday a year, one Christmas a year, one February 29th every year. Okay, maybe not that last one. But that 360-day cycle is why we have years. Every planet has a solar year of varying lengths, one of them being 88 days. You could be forgiven for not knowing which one it is, but not to know which one it most definitely isn't is a little bit strange. According to Zoe, it's Earth, not Mercury.
I think Earth.
We're not sure how she's been able to comprehend time without this knowledge. Then again, that is 4 birthdays every year, so maybe there is something in that.
No, it's Mercury. With 365 days.
Oh, yes.
Number 3, congratulations, it's the wrong answer. Who wants to be a millionaire?
What type of wild animal is an ibex?
When Jeremy Clarkson took over from Chris Tarrant as the host of Millionaire, there was one additional lifeline added: ask the host. So the pressure was now on Clarkson to help the contestant become unstuck should they face a question that they are clueless about. Luckily, this contestant had already used it before receiving a question about what type of animal an ibex is. Instead, it was his friend's fault for selecting the wrong answer after he used the phone a friend lifeline.
I'm not even going to look at the screen. That's the correct answer. It isn't.
Throughout the round, the host insisted that he knew the answer and even celebrated when the contestant selected it. The celebration was truly cut short, as Jeremy Clarkson was stunned to find out he was congratulating someone who had just lost.
I mean, I've seen ibex boinging along, and they look like deer to me.
Number 2, the planet of the apes, the weakest link.
Are you or are you not being ageist?
What have the Romans ever done for us? Well, built Watling Street. or at least the road upon which this section of the A5 was built. It's not a huge stretch of the imagination to presume that it was this particular empire that gave us this road. They did, after all, give us so many. Still, even you didn't know that it was this civilization that gave us Watling Street. Should you be asked who it was during an episode of, say, The Weakest Link, then it's probably best to stay within the human species.
Christy, in UK geography, the road called Watling Street that now forms part of the A5 was originally built by which civilization?
Apes. Poor Christina believes it was apes, as in planet of the, we presume. Apparently, filming had to stop for 20 minutes after this faux pas. Hadrian would be fuming.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Number 1. Falling on the first day. Catchphrase. With no disrespect to Stephen Mulhern, but when anyone thinks of catchphrase, it's Roy Walker's distinctive brogue firing out classic one-liners like, "It's good, but it's not right," and "Just say what you see" that springs to mind. Walker's indelible style was never more felt than during the show's now infamous snake charmer incident.
Here comes the bonus. Sean, 5 seconds, here we go. Sean, you're gonna have to speak or we'll run out of time.
So when show bosses sacked him and replaced him with unknown cruise ship entertainer Nick Ware in 2000, there were certainly a few eyebrows raised.
I'll be all right.
Weir's rise to the top was, well, followed by a quick fall from grace as he went a step too far and flew without wings down the stairs early in his run. Remember, put your best foot forward and break a leg are catchphrases, not instructions.
Actually, I've broken my foot, look.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo UK and subscribe for more great content.